I'm going to leave this picture here, and we're going to be analyzing what this picture does mean. If you look at the space that Nico Williams has on the left side and the damage that he could have caused, it is insanity, because the fact that Luis de la Fuente did not set up this team for success and to order Lamine Yamal to be more lethal, to be more of a protagonist in the attack, and to find Nico Williams much more on the left, it is embarrassing. It's probably one of the reasons why Spain just couldn't score more goals up against Portugal on that night. But the main reason why I do want to talk about this frame here is because this is what Lamine Yamal will find, and what FC Barcelona must look for in the market is a player who can take advantage of every available space on the left flank. This is a scenario that you could bring at FC Barcelona multiple times through a single match, right? I believe that this does show that Nico Williams is a great tactical fit to Hansi Flick's FC Barcelona, because the amount of times that we have seen our left winger so open with the ability to take on players has been humongous. We have seen Rafinha in those situations multiple times, and I believe that if you add a player like Nico Williams with a much different profile, who has the speed, who has the pace, who has the ability to carry the ball forward, I believe that you can really do real damage here. And yes, we are going to be seeing Barcelona in situations like this because there are 4 to 5 different players that are trying to gang up on Lamine Yamal. We're going to be seeing the exact same thing going on into the next season, because the world and the football world is going to understand how dangerous Lamine Yamal is. Hence the reason why so many players get attracted to guarding Lamine Yamal and leaving Nico Williams or Rafinha open. And I just feel like if Nico joins the club, Barcelona can do a lot of damage. What we saw versus Portugal is the ultimate example. Nico isolated himself wide. You see Lamine Yamal getting pinned by 6 to 7 different defenders on the right side. You leave so much space on the far flank. I'm like, bro, like one long pass from Lamine Yamal, which is he's a expert on, it's over. It's game over. This is Flick's Barcelona blueprint, right? It's high press, rapid switches, and big positional gaps for 1v1 artists. Yes, Rafinha has showcased that he can be a master at that, but bringing in a different profile on the left is going to be so great to see. And if you can add Rafinha on the number 10 position, we're not going to be losing out on much. Both players can make those runs and find those open spaces. It would make Barcelona very lethal. The left wing slot is crying out for a pure width player who drags blocks apart so Lamine Yamal can cut inside or maybe even combine, and the outcome is going to be glorious. Nico stretches the back 4 horizontally, Lamine Yamal tears them vertically. Defenders must choose whom to double. Either way, Barcelona will win in the end if Nico Williams were to be signed, because once again, we're seeing it here and extremely early in this match between Spain versus Portugal. There is synergy with Lamine Yamal here, and the production is going to be multiplied by like 4 to 5 times. Lamine Yamal attracts crowds of markers, just like in this screenshot that we see. A winger on the opposite side who arrives into the empty spaces gets free runs and tap-ins. Nico already posts elite progressive carry numbers in Bilbao, and Nico Williams already posts like a lot of elite progressive carries per 90 minutes, and we're talking about him playing in a team that is very conservative. Can you imagine what it would be like if Nico joins Barcelona? His volume of touches in the final third and shot assist would skyrocket. I think that is ultimately going to be that should be the reason why Deco should be 100% persuaded to make it happen, to be like, okay, that is it. This is the reason why we have to bring Nico out of all players, is because of this situation here. We can multiply Nico's numbers, have him score 18 goals to 12 assists per season, just like that, just through the understanding of Lamine Yamal and Nico. And so lastly, right, I'm going to be just showing you guys the benefits for FC Barcelona if this move were to happen, the benefits for Nico Williams if this move were to happen, and of course the benefits for Hansi Flick. Starting with number 1, the benefits for Barcelona: immediate upgrade on the left. The current depth with what we have right now, it's not really a lot. We only have Rafinha as our real threat and nothing more. We need more numbers. The squad balance is going to be insane. The fact that you're going to have a dangerous left winger who can dribble with the ball and a dangerous creative right winger is going to be insane. Restoring symmetry onto the left is going to be insane. Something that has been absent since Neymar left FC Barcelona. Moving on towards the benefits of Nico Williams, I believe that Nico Williams needs to be in a place now at the age of 22 years old where he can have 10 plus goals and 10 plus assists per season, just like that, almost guaranteed. If you can place Nico in a team with Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, everything is going to be exploding for him. Even the number of trophies that he is going to be winning, and he'll have a chance to win the Champions League, maybe something that he may want to win, because at Bilbao, your ceiling is the Europa League. It doesn't go any more than that. You're just going to stay at that level and nothing more. If you want to change your level, if you want to upgrade your numbers, if you want to be seen during the biggest stages in the world, you must join a team like FC Barcelona. At Barcelona, you have the global stage every spring. And of course, I think that it's going to help him in terms of the national team continuity. The fact that he's going to keep linking up with Yamal, Pedri, Gavi, etc., Alejandro Balde, the core of Spain, is what's ultimately going to allow him to really be in the Spanish national team and be a starter for the 2026 World World Cup. Moving on to the benefits of Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick obviously wants better players. He knows that he fell short in the Champions League last season. We needed more players. And I think that with Nico being added into the squad, you have pressing triggers, right? Nico is among La Liga's top forwards for high turnovers. Exactly what Flick had during the Bayern Munich era. Tactical versatility. He can invert as an interior, play as a wingback sometimes, even if he wants, in a 3-4-3 system, or go right and have Lamine Yamal rest. And then the immediate trust. I think that Flick prefers high motor attackers, like how he had Perisic, Coman, Gnabry during his years at Bayern Munich. Bringing in Nico brings you a lot of engine and defensive recovery runs, which is ultimately going to lead to a better defensive display overall by Barcelona. So in the end, this is going to be the bottom line. When I saw this picture, I'm like, bro, okay, here's my conclusion. Barca need width, plus the grind. Nico needs a bigger stage. Flick needs a touchline sprinter who presses. Plug Nico Williams into the left wing position, pair him with Lamine Yamal on the right, and Barcelona instantly upgrades its chance creation model. Makes life easier for any striker and arms Flick with the exact structural piece that he's missing. Literally everybody wins off of this move. I'm telling you, everybody does. We win, the club wins, the coach wins, the player wins, and the Spanish national team wins. Everybody wins. So why not make this happen? Now, the only thing that I am worried about in terms of like this operation is the fact that Bayern Munich really do want this player. So I'm going to give you guys some updates on what has been going on between Bayern and Nico Williams, so you guys can just have a better understanding on where Barcelona do stand in terms of their relationship with Nico. Because let me tell you, I think that the chances of him going to Bayern is greater compared to FC Barcelona, but I'm going to be explaining why. It says here that if a move for Barcola proves impossible for Bayern Munich, they will go after Nico Williams as their top alternative. The Spaniard has signaled that he'll be willing to move to Bayern Munich, and talks and a meeting have already taken place. The only sticking point, it is the high salary. And then it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, that Nico Williams is Bayern's dream and priority, but a potential deal is complicated due to the player's high wage demands. He's not accepting a normal salary. Athletic Club have no intentions of negotiating as well. Interested clubs would have to pay the release clause, which is going to be 56 million euros. Should Williams decide to stay, Athletic would offer him a new important deal, but it all does depend on the player. And then when it comes to the sources coming very close to Germany, they have claimed that Bradley Barcola is Bayern's top target in their search for a high-profile left winger. Remember, just keep in mind, right, the reason why Bayern Munich are looking at so many left wingers right now is because they thought that they were going to get Floating Wirtz, but it never did materialize. Floating Wirtz will be a Liverpool player. But yeah, going back to Bayern. Bayern do want a left winger, and their main priority is going to be Barcola, but I just don't know, in my opinion, if PSG are going to let him go or willing to let him go, because they do need depth. They do not want to let go of a player like Barcola, a youngster who has a very high ceiling. So we have to watch out for that. We have to see if PSG let go of Barcola, because if Barcola goes to Bayern Munich, then we're going to be on the safe side. Then Nico Williams will turn his attention to FC Barcelona. But if a move for Barcola proves impossible, Nico Williams, just like what we have talked about before, is the top alternative. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.